The 90 minutes was perfect. Although somehow we give a room for Mamelodi Sundowns to play their game. We try to make a plan for them, but I think the problem is my girls didn't know much about Mamelodi Sundowns. So I think the game was fantastic and we tried hard. Even losing 3-0, to me, it's a fair result for my girls because some of them they are very young, and some of them it's their first time to play in such a tournament.
Coach, thank you, Osman. I'm going to allow the members of the media to have questions by the raise of hands. Yep.
Good afternoon, Coach. From here. Coach, coming into this game and not knowing much about the opponent, what was therefore then your plan of action coming into this, and do you feel that the goals carried out that mandate that you set coming into this match?
Oh, it was like sometimes we gonna watch some highlights how Mamelodi Sundowns plays, and I remember 2023 we was at the tournament. We saw them when they were playing against the Green Buffaloes. So our plan was not allowing them playing too much set pieces. Even if you saw both goals, it's because of Amalepe. My girls give her the chance, give her the space. That's why she was moving fast. You can see all the two goals were coming from the side where Amalepe was playing. But it's a game of football. Sometimes you can make a plan and you go on the pitch, you can lose. But it's a part of the game and we learn something from here. So we are going to plan good when we are going to play another game.
Mr. Mamelodi from Center Circle Online. Coach, the knowing start to the tournament, and it's always difficult when you start like this. And I'm looking at the next match. What lessons did you learn that you take to the next match?
I think, when you are playing a host club, it's always be difficult. The pressure is with you when you are playing with such a club. So the next match that we are going to play with the other team from another country. And the team that we are going to play, they are also lost from the Zambian club. So we are both losers. So the game will be open to each and every club. Every club gonna win. But I wanna say that you see a much improved team because we manage. When you see the game, when people are talking about Sundowns, you can be my witness. My girls managed. We managed them. The only thing we concede early goals from the first half and the beginning of the second half. All both goals were scoring between the first 16 minutes. The first goal in the first half, and the second goal we have conceded on the dining minutes. So, to us, we learn a big lesson, and if you're gonna be there when you're playing the team from Namibia, you're gonna see our track club how it's going to do it. Yeah.
Coach, just another one from me. Have you mentioned that the team that you're going to be playing next is also lost? Do you therefore feel any pressure to win that game, or do you guys still feel like it's not too much pressure on your side because you're coming up against a team that has also not collected any points in this tournament?
We don't have pressure, and I, as the coach, I don't have pressure because I'm the coach and I'm the owner of the club. So my aim is to motivate the girls. That's why we're here. It was difficult for us to reach South Africa on my own, doing everything, and to reach here. As you can also remember, we come here late yesterday, so that thing affected us very much. But don't worry, come on Sunday. You see, we call it our ghetto kids. They are my ghetto kids. We are from the ghetto. We don't give up. And we need to thank COSAFA for everything and for allowing us to be here. And we are going to give back to the people who love the game of football. And it's my dream to see women's football in my country growing. And we need in the Southern Region to have a good women's football. as you could say that the Southern Legion is going down with women's football. So with the support that COSAFA is doing, us as the owners of the clubs, we need also to work hard, to have a lot of talent. As you remember, in Malawi, you have two players who are playing in France, and America Tabitha and the Tema. So we need to have more Temas. If you want to have more Temas, this is the tournaments that we need to participate. Thank you.
Last one.
Having said that, Coach, then what is the main aim for Ntopwa in this tournament? What would you say you've achieved at the end of the tournament?
Yeah, I have achieved a lot because, you know,
So
my
at the end of the tournament, what would be your greatest achievement for the team?
achievement is to bring my girls here, because a lot of the girls, they are from poor families. Some of them, they are from the street. You know, also me, I grew up from the street. So it's my aim to take girls from the street and give them the opportunity to showcase their talents. That's my aim. To take them to come here in South Africa and participate in such a tournament, it's my achievement.
Coach Isaac, thank you very much for your time, and we're wishing you all the best going forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I think we dominated the game. We controlled the tempo. I think we just did enough to win. Yeah, there's areas to improve. There's things that we could have done better. But yeah, we are happy. First day of the tournament, maybe nerves there and there. But yeah, we're able to do what was required, which is to score and win the match.
Thank you, Coach. I will open the floor with questions. Okay, you go first and then next. You raise your hand first, you can go first. You are next.
Coach, are you still experimenting with your lineup, or do you feel you have a fairly settled one heading into these qualifiers with an eye to the Champions League itself?
Yeah, we tried to use the domestic league actually to prepare for COSAFA, try a few combinations there and there. So yeah, we are confident that a lot of players can step in, and wherever we start, and we have a capable bench, players that can come in and also contribute. So yeah, we tried to use the domestic league, which actually a few matches with the lack of cohesion, then when you change, try a few things. But yeah, we are confident and we are happy that those combinations that we are trying, we are happy that we don't fear anything. We can put any combination here in this COSAFA. I think we'll be able to play well and win matches.
Thank you, Coach 𝗙𝗨𝗟𝗟 from sportsfanatics.co.za. Coach, within 15 minutes of the first half, 4 players were already moving up, but the decision to throw them in came in at the second half. What could have prompted that decision, maybe, or the delay maybe to introduce them?
No, the players to warm up, it was not to actually make subs. It was players to stay active, every 15, 20 minutes, loosen up and all that. So it was not necessarily to bring players on the field.
Coach, a positive start is always good, but how then do you guard against complacency? Because as you said, the dominance today was there for everyone to see.
Yeah.
So for the next match, which is another crucial one to make sure that you get the 6 points, how then do you manage complacency?
Yeah, it's important that we guard against that, because we are coming up against a very good team, Zesco from Zambia. But I think with the experience that we have, we have players that are experienced. I think they know what it takes to play these type of matches. I think I didn't think we moved to gear number 5 today. Yes, we controlled the ball, the tempo, but yeah, I think we can still play a lot better. I think the game itself will actually bring more out of the team and the players. As I say, we have experienced players who understand what it takes to play these type of matches. We also rely on them, and we know that they have what it takes, to also bring the other players and make sure that the team is strong and we're able to move to the next gear, so that we're able to dominate this group and make sure that we put ourselves with a chance to progress to the semis.
Good afternoon, Coach, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Coach, what would you say impressed you the most about the girls' performance today, and which areas do you feel still need to be improved going into the next game?
No, I think the composure on the ball, I think we can improve still, but I think the composure on how we treated the ball, from the build-up phase, the composure in terms of how we pass and move, the patience actually to construct the actions, I think that was good. But however, I think moving into the final third, there's moments where we played a bit too slow, when we need to change gears, to increase the speed in terms of to create the 2v1s and maybe a dribble to get behind to quickly create a chance to score. I think in that area we were too slow at times when we needed to increase the speed, But also, I think if you look at the scoreline 3-0, maybe not a true reflection of the game. You think about the chances that we created here today. I think our conversion ratio is still very low for the performance that the girls gave today, But yeah, again, maybe lacking composure and maybe to be a little bit more clinical when we get these chances, But I think it's work in progress, as I said. But we've done enough to earn the 3 goals and the performance to say we can take confidence and move forward.
The last 3. Clerks, go first, then you go left.
Coach, an interesting mix of players, 26 in total, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
What did you look at when you left out experienced campaigners like your Lelona, your Karabo? What did you look at when you picked this team?
Yeah, no, other players that are not here, it's maybe for other reasons, it's not maybe for selection purposes and that. But I think I want to focus more on the players that we have. And as we said, we have a big pool of players that are experienced but quality all round. We trust and believe in all the players that we brought here, that they will do the job for the club. But also bring in young players. Remember, there's evolution in football, especially in the women's football is on the rise. We also got to evolve, We got to start to introduce these young ones because they are definitely the future. And to give them this experience, hopefully they will get minutes in this tournament so that moving forward, it will actually accelerate their growth and development, because they can make sure that they can maintain and sustain, the success that was in the past in this team. And we have to make sure that we bring those players and give them minutes,
Coach, 𝗙𝗨𝗟𝗟 had such a great WAFCON tournament. And again, in this game, she was absolutely fantastic. Obviously, her being a great player is nothing new, but it feels like she's in the form of her life. Do you have any idea where the drive for this is coming from?
I don't know. I'll have to ask. I've been asking the same question. Where does he get this type of energy? With that question, we also need to try and manage the load, because from WAFCON, she played almost all the games, So we also tried to pull her out so that we can rest her so that she still has the power and the energy for the next coming games. But yeah, it's amazing, a player like 𝗙𝗟𝗟𝗟, the type of energy and just the aura and what she brings to the team over and above the performance on the field. You realize she's a captain, so she does lead by example. We are really pleased to have a player like her in our squad.
Okay, last one.
Coach, you just touched on it here. Your next opponents, they won Simone, a very good team as you
Yeah.
mentioned. What will the approach here be? Because with 6 points almost in.
No, we watched a bit of Zesco. We are quite aware of the threat that they will pose. No, yeah, they have good strikers. The number 14 second striker. They are very quick. All the time ready to take the space behind and score. We are quite aware of what we are coming up against. But as I said, I think we have players that are experienced enough and understand how to play these type of matches, Yeah, but for us, yeah, we are playing at home. Not that is an advantage, but because we still have to play 11 v11 on the field and still win on the field. But we got to maximize every little advantage that we have, We got to impose our game. We're the host, So we'll just go all out attack. But yes, we'll give respect to Zesco because we understand. We'll give them the respect that they deserve. But we're going to impose our game and make sure that the bigger objective is to win COSAFA. And for us, we have to meet these type of opponents, to claim what we think we deserve. And for us, we'll go all out and make sure that we try and get maximum points.